Hello, fellow travelers. Today we're not exploring canals or windmills, but something just as Dutch. The stories held in the palm of your hand. Our journey begins in 1970 with a very special coin. After the devastation of World War II, the Netherlands worked incredibly hard to rebuild. To celebrate 25 years of liberation and reconstruction, the Royal Dutch Mint issued a beautiful silver 10-guilder coin. This wasn't just money, it was a statement. The coin was nicknamed Nederland herricht, which means the Netherlands rises again. It was a powerful symbol of resilience, a metallic testament to a nation that had picked itself up and built a brighter future from the rubble of the past. This first modern commemorative coin set a new standard. It featured a strong forward-looking portrait of Queen Juliana on one side. On the other, it showed a more abstract modern design that captured the spirit of a new era. This was a deliberate choice. The coin was meant to feel both traditional, honoring the monarchy, and contemporary, celebrating the country's progress. For the Dutch people, it was more than just silver. It was a piece of their shared history, a reminder of their collective strength and determination. Holding it was like holding a small piece of national pride, a shiny beacon of hope that everyone could own and appreciate. The success of the Nederland herricht coin opened the door for a new tradition. People loved the idea of having special coins that marked important moments. It showed that money could be more than just a tool for buying groceries. It could be a miniature monument. The Royal Dutch Mint realized they had a wonderful new way to connect with the public and to tell the story of the Netherlands. This coin was the seed from which a whole forest of fascinating commemorative issues would grow. It established a pattern, honoring the monarch while celebrating a key event in Dutch history, culture, or society. So when you think about Dutch commemorative coins, remember this first one. It wasn't just about marking an anniversary. It was about healing, about looking forward, and about celebrating the incredible spirit of a nation. It was a bold declaration that the Netherlands was back, stronger than ever. This single coin laid the groundwork for decades of numismatic art, creating a wonderful legacy that continues to this day. It's the perfect starting point for our tour through the pocket-sized treasures of the Netherlands, each one with its own unique story to tell. After that first successful coin in 1970, the Dutch really got into the swing of things. Throughout the 1970s, 80s, and 90s, the Royal Dutch Mint continued to issue beautiful silver 10-guilder coins to celebrate all sorts of important events. These coins became a wonderful scrapbook of Dutch life. For example, when Queen Juliana passed the crown to her daughter, Beatrix, in 1980, a special abdication and inauguration coin was created. This wasn't just a coin, it was a national event captured in silver showing both mother and daughter, marking a seamless and celebrated transition of the monarchy that the Dutch people hold so dear. The themes for these coins were wonderfully diverse, just like the Netherlands itself. They honored important alliances, like the 25th anniversary of the Benelux Union in 1983, a partnership between Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg that was a forerunner to the European Union. They also celebrated key moments in international history, such as the 40th anniversary of the Marshall Plan in 1987. This coin was a thank you to the United States for the aid that helped rebuild Europe after the war. Each coin told a story, connecting the small country of the Netherlands to the wider world and its own past. Great Dutch figures were also given their moment in the spotlight. The philosopher Erasmus and the painter Piet Mondrian, masters of thought and art, were honored with their own coins. These issues celebrated the Dutch contribution to global culture and intellect. It was a way of saying, we are a nation of thinkers, artists, and innovators. These coins were designed with incredible care, often featuring modern artistic interpretations that befitted their subjects. They weren't just simple portraits. They were miniature works of art that you could hold in your hand, making high culture accessible to everyone. This period, from the 70s to the 90s, really cemented the role of commemorative coins in Dutch society. They were no longer a novelty, but an expected and cherished tradition. People looked forward to the next release, wondering which piece of their history or culture would be celebrated next. The silver guilders of this era are a fantastic chronicle of a nation growing in confidence, proud of its heritage, and eager to share its story with the world. They are a tangible link to a time of stability and creativity, just before the big change to the euro would arrive. Just when everyone was used to the handsome silver 10 guilder coins, the Royal Dutch Mint decided to go big. Starting in 1982, they introduced a series of massive 50 guilder coins. These weren't your everyday pocket change. They were large, heavy, and made of silver, designed to make a statement. Their size gave the artists a much larger canvas to work with, allowing for more intricate and powerful designs. These coins were reserved for the most significant national and historical events, the kind of moments that define a country's identity and its place in the world. One of the most famous 50 guilder coins was issued in 1998 to commemorate the Treaty of Munster. This wasn't just any treaty. It was the peace agreement signed in 1648 that officially ended the 80 Years' War and recognized the Netherlands as an independent nation. The coin was a powerful reminder of the country's long fight for freedom. Another major coin celebrated the 50th anniversary of the liberation in 1995. Like the first coin in 1970, this one looked back at World War II, but with a half-century of peace and prosperity to reflect upon. These coins were history lessons in metal. The themes often revolved around the pillars of Dutch society, the monarchy, and its relationship with the people. For example, a coin was issued to celebrate Queen Beatrix's 50th birthday in 1988, connecting a personal milestone for the monarch with a national celebration. Another commemorated 200 years of the relationship between the Netherlands and the United States in 1982, highlighting a long-standing friendship built on shared values of liberty and trade. These coins were like official proclamations, marking events with a sense of gravity and permanence that only a large silver coin could convey. The era of the 50 guilder coins was a special time in Dutch numismatics. It was a period of confidence and grandeur before the switch to the euro. These coins are now highly sought after by collectors, not just for their silver content, but for their artistic ambition and the weight of the history they represent. They feel substantial in your hand, a physical connection to the major chapters of the Dutch story. They were a bold and beautiful finale to the Guilder era, a last hurrah for a currency that had served the nation for centuries. While silver coins were telling stories to the public, the Netherlands has an even older, more prestigious tradition: gold. The original Gulden Tientje, or golden tenner, was a 10-guilder gold coin that was a staple of Dutch currency for over a century, from 1806 until it was last minted for circulation in 1933. These coins, featuring portraits of kings and queens, were symbols of wealth and stability. For decades, they were just a memory, beautiful relics of a bygone era. But in the modern commemorative era, the Dutch decided it was time to bring back the gold. The golden tenner was reborn not as currency for the street, but as a special issue for collectors and for marking truly exceptional occasions. It made its grand return as a commemorative piece, connecting the present back to that long and proud history of Dutch gold. These modern gold coins carried on the tradition, often featuring the reigning monarch, Queen Beatrix, and later King Willem-Alexander. They were minted in the same classic size and with the same high quality as their historic predecessors, creating a wonderful sense of continuity across the centuries. It was like history repeating itself, but with a modern artistic twist. These new golden tenors were used to celebrate themes of national importance, often with a royal touch. For example, they might be issued to mark a significant royal birthday or a major anniversary related to the House of Orange-Nassau. But they also branched out. A beautiful gold coin was issued in 2002 to celebrate the marriage of Prince Willem-Alexander and Maxima Zorregieta, an event that captivated the nation. Another one marked the 400th anniversary of the Dutch East India Company, acknowledging a complex but hugely important part of Dutch economic history. These were themes worthy of the prestige of gold. Even after the Netherlands adopted the euro in 2002, the tradition of the golden tenner didn't stop. The Royal Dutch Mint continued to issue gold 10-euro coins that maintained the beloved Tientje specifications. This decision was brilliant. It allowed them to keep a piece of their numismatic heritage alive while fully embracing the new European currency. For collectors, these coins are the pinnacle of Dutch minting. They represent the ultimate fusion of history, artistry, and precious metal, a golden thread running through the story of the Netherlands. In 2002, everything changed. The familiar guilder was gone. and the euro became the new currency across the Netherlands and, well, much of Europe. But for the Royal Dutch Mint, this wasn't an end. It was actually a fantastic new beginning. The Dutch really embraced the new currency by creating their own special commemorative coins, mainly the 5 and 10 euro issues. These coins are legal tender only in the Netherlands, which, gives them a unique national character. They became the new canvas for telling Dutch stories, continuing the tradition that began way back in 1970, but now for a new generation in a united Europe. One of the most ambitious and honestly beloved series of the Euro era is the UNESCO World Heritage Series. From 2012 to 2020, the Netherlands issued a special 5 euro coin each year to celebrate one of its sites on the UNESCO World Heritage List. This was such a brilliant idea. It was like a numismatic tour of the country's most precious cultural and natural treasures. The series kicked off with a coin for the canals of Amsterdam, the iconic waterways that really define the capital city. Each coin in the series had a unique, modern design that captured the essence of the site it honored. The series continued to showcase the incredible diversity of Dutch heritage. A coin was made for the Rietveld Schroeder House, which is a masterpiece of modern architecture. Another celebrated the Wadden Sea, a unique natural habitat shared with Germany and Denmark, highlighting the Dutch connection to the sea. The historic windmills of Kinderdijk, a symbol of the Dutch battle against water, were also honored. Each site was chosen because it represents a unique contribution to world history and culture, and honestly, the coins became a source of immense national pride. They encouraged people to learn about and visit these amazing places in their own backyard. This UNESCO series is a perfect example of how Dutch commemorative coins evolved in the Euro era. The designs became more contemporary, more abstract and, well, more artistic. The Royal Dutch Mint wasn't afraid to experiment with new styles, making their coins really stand out. This series did more than just honor old buildings or landscapes. It celebrated the ongoing Dutch legacy of creativity, innovation, and stewardship of the environment. It was a way of showing the world that even in a united Europe, the Netherlands has a unique and valuable story to share. As we move closer to the present day, Dutch commemorative coins continue to be a mirror reflecting the country's evolving values and culture. The Royal Dutch Mint has been bold in choosing themes that go beyond traditional history and art. They've started to celebrate modern social and political milestones, showing that coins can be part of the contemporary conversation. These coins aren't just looking back at the past, they're marking the history that's happening right now, capturing the spirit of a progressive and forward-thinking nation. A fantastic example of this is the 2021 coin commemorating 20 years of the legalization of same-sex marriage. The Netherlands was the very first country in the world to grant this right, a fact of immense national pride. The coin, with its design of overlapping rainbow-colored rings, was a vibrant and joyful celebration of equality and inclusivity. It sent a powerful message that these values are central to modern Dutch identity. This wasn't a coin about a king or a battle. It was a coin about love, human rights, and social progress, a truly 21st century theme. Another important coin was the one issued in 2017 to mark the 25th anniversary of the Maastricht Treaty. This treaty, signed in the Dutch city of Maastricht, was the foundational document that created the European Union. The coin celebrated the Netherlands' central role in the story of European integration. It symbolized the Dutch commitment to partnership and cooperation. On a different note, a beautiful coin was dedicated to Willemstad, the historic capital of Curaçao, honoring the deep and colorful connections between the European Netherlands and its Caribbean territories. This coin celebrated a shared heritage painted in the vibrant colors of the tropics. These recent coins show that the Netherlands is not a country stuck in its golden age past. It's a dynamic nation that's actively shaping its future. By minting coins for themes like LGBTQ+ rights, European unity, and its multicultural identity, the Royal Dutch Mint ensures that its commemorative program remains relevant and meaningful to all Dutch citizens. These coins are bold, they're colorful, and they tell the story of a country that's proud of its history but even more excited about its future. They are pocket-sized ambassadors for a modern, open, and inclusive Netherlands. Our journey now takes us to the sunny shores of the Caribbean, to the former Netherlands Antilles. For many years, this group of islands, Curaçao, Sint Maarten, Bonaire, Saba, and Sint Eustatius, had its own currency, the Netherlands Antillean guilder, abbreviated as NF. This currency was a symbol of their unique identity within the Kingdom of the Netherlands. However, in 2010, the Netherlands Antilles was dissolved, and the islands took on new constitutional statuses. This meant that their shared currency would eventually be replaced, marking the end of a long and colorful era. To honor this transition, a very special coin was planned for 2024. This coin, the Farewell NAF Commemorative, was designed to be a beautiful and symbolic goodbye to the Antillean guilder. It serves as a tribute to the shared history of the islands and the currency that connected them for so long. The coin is a poignant memento, not of a sad ending, but of a respectful transition to a new chapter. It acknowledges the past, while looking forward to the separate paths the islands are now on, with some adopting the US dollar and others preparing for a new Caribbean guilder. The design of the Farewell NAF coin is filled with symbolism. It's expected to feature elements that represent the nature, culture, and spirit of all the islands. You might see imagery of the sea, the sun, and local flora and fauna, things that bind the islands together regardless of their political status. The coin acts as a final family portrait before everyone moves to their new homes. It's a way for the Bank of Curaçao and Sint Maarten, the issuing authority, to give the people a lasting keepsake of their shared numismatic heritage, a final piece of a puzzle that is now complete. This coin is incredibly important because it shows how commemorative issues can help people navigate moments of great change. It's not just about celebrating anniversaries, it's also about marking endings with dignity and respect. For the people of the former Netherlands Antilles, this coin is a tangible piece of their history, a final reminder of the unity they once shared. It's a beautiful example of how money can carry deep emotional and cultural significance, far beyond its simple monetary value, especially during times of national transformation. While the 5 and 10 euro coins are fantastic national treasures, there's another type of coin that gets everyone excited: the special 2 euro commemorative. What makes these so special? Well, unlike the national-only coins, these are circulated all across the Eurozone. You could get a Dutch special edition 2 euro coin as change in Spain, Italy, or Germany. This makes them a wonderful surprise in your pocket, and a fantastic treasure hunt for travelers and collectors. Each country in the Eurozone can issue 2 of these coins per year, and the Netherlands has created some real gems. The themes for the Dutch 2 euro coins are often chosen to have broad appeal, celebrating moments and figures that resonate both at home and abroad. A perfect example is the 2013 coin that marked the abdication of Queen Beatrix and the inauguration of her son, King Willem-Alexander. This coin featured a clever double portrait, a design that was both intimate and official. Because it was a 2 euro coin, this historic moment for the Dutch monarchy traveled all over Europe, sharing the news in a way no other coin could. It became an instant collector's item. Another very popular 2 euro coin was issued in 2011 to celebrate the 500th anniversary of the publication of The Praise of Folly by the great Dutch humanist Desiderius Erasmus. This was a celebration of Dutch intellectual heritage, honoring a thinker whose ideas on tolerance and reason helped shape modern Europe. The coin's design, featuring both Erasmus and Queen Beatrix, was a nod to the enduring link between Dutch culture and the monarchy. Finding one of these in your change felt like discovering a little piece of history and philosophy. These 2 euro coins are incredibly popular for a reason. They're accessible to everyone, not just serious collectors. They're a democratic form of commemorative art. You don't have to go to a special shop to buy them. You just have to be lucky. This accessibility is what makes them so much fun. They're a constant reminder that history and culture are not just in museums, but all around us, jingling in our pockets, waiting to be discovered. The Dutch 2 euro coins are fantastic ambassadors, spreading stories of kings, queens, and thinkers across an entire continent. So, after our journey from the post-war Nederland Heritage coin to the modern euro commemoratives, what have we learned? We've seen that these small metal discs are so much more than money. They're a living, evolving history book of the Netherlands. Each coin is a chapter, telling a story of resilience, creativity, and national identity. They capture the spirit of the Dutch people, their reverence for the monarchy, their pride in their artists and thinkers, their pioneering social values, and their enduring relationship with the world. These coins are a timeline you can hold. For the Dutch people, these coins are a source of connection to their shared heritage. When a coin is issued for the Wadden Sea or the Maastricht Treaty, it sparks conversations and reminds people of what makes their country unique. It's a way of celebrating national achievements, big and small. These coins are miniature monuments, accessible to everyone. You don't need to visit a grand museum to see them. They come to you in your change or as a special keepsake. They foster a sense of community and pride, linking generations together through the stories they tell. And for collectors, well, that's a whole other adventure. Collecting these coins is like being a historian, an art critic, and a treasure hunter all at once. Each coin has a story, a specific design, and a place in the larger narrative. Some people might focus on collecting all the silver guilders, while others are on a quest to complete the UNESCO Euro series. The thrill of the hunt, the joy of finding a rare coin, and the satisfaction of arranging them into a meaningful collection is a passion shared by people all over the world. Ultimately, Dutch commemorative coins matter because they are storytellers. They reflect a nation that is deeply proud of its past, but always looking toward the future. They show how art and history can be woven into the fabric of everyday life. Whether it's a silver 50 guilder piece celebrating a historic treaty or a colorful €5 coin championing human rights, each one is a testament to the rich, complex, and fascinating journey of the Netherlands. They are truly pocket-sized treasures, full of stories waiting to be discovered.